Attack on Titan, the final season, part 2, episode 81 is finally here, and what do I think about it?
Shut up and sit down.
Yo, what's good? It's Aboji Reviews, and heavy spoilers for episode 81, you have been warned. After last week's dramatic episode with Ymira's backstory and Eren's true plan revealed, how does this new episode follow up from it? Well, let's talk about the good. The characterization of Gabby and Kaya and their beautiful closure in this episode. Just the way Gabby went above and beyond the call of duty to protect Kaya from that Titan, I think it was Nile, and how just before she was about to be eaten by that Titan, she was reminded about her mum, and the girl who murdered the girl who saved her way back when is the one who saved her now, was just oddly poetic. I loved how when some of the Eldian soldiers were looking at Gabby thinking that she killed the Titan, and how the entire Browse family just protected her despite everything that she did. Even Kai protecting her, saying that she's part of her family, was just such a beautiful and wholesome moment. I love the line by Nicola where he says that the reason why the world is hell is because everyone has a devil inside of them. Gabby killing people in the past just so that she can get praise from the Malian soldiers and everyone else. Kai wanted to kill Gabby out of revenge. Just shows you how morally grey these characters are. I love the parallels of Connie wanting to bring back his mom using Falco's new Titan powers to that episode from way back in season 3. Damn, I always just feel so damn bad for Reiner. He was about to die, have Falco bite his nape off, and now he has to still live on, knowing that Galliard died and his family are possibly going to be killed by Eren Yeager of all people. And how Reiner isn't too shocked by Eren's plan, but more just defeated. He truly knew what Eren was like deep down from way back in the day. And that scene transitions to Gabby tying her headband in a mirror, which is very similar to Eren wrapping his hair in a bun. Keith Satis also had a beautiful moment with the Jaegerists who beat the living daylights out of him back in season 4 part 1. Dude has so much heart to even protect the people who flipping nearly killed him. The moment where Armin and Mikasa are looking down at the Pixis Titan and Armin reminiscing back from the previous seasons and how grateful he was to Pixis. Damn son, that really hit the feels, man, because if it wasn't for Pixis, I mean, God knows what would have happened to Eren, what the military would have done with him. And that scene has some absolutely stellar ODM gear animation sequences. It's been a long time since we had humans versus Titan actions, and it just brought back a lot of memories from season 1. You even had some of the soundtrack in the background blaring away as the scouts were just taking down these Titans. I also love the colors and the grim atmosphere from this episode. Of course, that's all created by the rumbling and all the smoke that's just blowing in the air and the red sky, and it just gives this whole sinister, eerie, dark feel. But one of the key takeaways from this episode was at the very end, and you just see Annie all awake, splatting out water from the crystal. I mean, damn, it's been a long time since we last saw Annie. The more I think about Annie and the last time we saw her, it does also bring back memories of when Eren went rage mode back in season 1, and he was screaming to Annie that he's going to destroy the world and he's free. And that was the last time we saw Annie. She was in her crystal, Eren destroying the world and her waking up. It's kind of ironic and kind of poetic. But with all that said, let's talk about the mixed aspect of this episode. And I will admit, while the ODM gear scenes were cool and all, there were a few shots here and there that did look a little bit stiff at times. I mean, they were just blink and you'll miss it, but that's more or less nitpicking. But let's talk about the bad, and there's nothing egregiously awful about this episode. But I will admit that the scene when Armin and Mikasa meet up with Gabby and the Browse family, I did notice that Mikasa's character art looked a bit off here and there, but again, that's more or less a nitpick. Overall, episode 81, Thaw was a pretty great follow-up from the previous episode. Great character moments and closures for certain people, amazing callbacks from the previous seasons, and just some wicked stellar animation sequences and visual look. So overall, I'm going to give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. I'm going to give it an A. Go check it out if you haven't seen it, but tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite moment and what was your least favorite moment? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more Attack on Titan reactions, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings, and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, Aboard Your Reviews signing out.